Hello friends, welcome back to Python Ponder. My name is Girish Kumar and I hope you all are doing well. So friends, in last session we have started discussing about NumPy, one of the library used in Python programming language. So an introduction about NumPy we have given in last session. So now from today's session we will discuss about functions used in NumPy. So array. NumPy is mainly used for array, but apart from array, it is very good for calculations, mathematical functions, algebra, Fourier transformation, and all of those functions used in mathematical purpose. So today we'll discuss about array function. What is array function? How can we use array function in NumPy? So let's start the discussion. So friends, first we'll understand what is array function. So array function we use to convert a data type into NumPy array. So a data type means we can have a list, we can have a tuple, we can have a range. So we'll convert that list into NumPy array. We'll convert that tuple into NumPy array. We'll convert that sequence into NumPy array, that range into NumPy array. So we'll convert like list, tuple, sequence, range, those datas into NumPy array. So how can we convert? Example, I have given one example here. Import numpy as numpy is a basic command. We have to import first numpy, then only we can use numpy array. Okay, and this array one is a name, you can give anything here, and np dot array function. In this way you will use array function. Np dot array function. Np is what? Np is alias name you have given in above line np, and dot array is a function. So within parenthesis brackets you will use your parameter. So let's try to convert first. First we'll use import command, numpy as np. Okay, so after that we'll create one item, any item we can create. Let's create first list one. List one will be in what? Square brackets. So now what we are doing, we are converting this list one items which are in square brackets. This is list item. So list one we are converting into what? NumPy array. So how can we convert? Array one, you can give any name here. Array one, np dot array. I told you in the command syntax. Now in parentheses you will mention your object. Object is what? List one. You can use direct objects also here, but here you are creating a variable kind of thing. List one, you can use your list one only. Now we'll print it. Array one. Okay, so let's run it. It will not work because we have done a spelling mistake. NumPy. So it's coming 1 2 3 4 5 in square brackets. Now you will see how can we say this is NumPy array. So we can check type here. Type of what? Array one. So type is coming what? Class numpy dot array. Array we have discussed in last session. What is array? N dimensional array. So this is how we can convert list items into numpy array. This is list. If this is tuple, then also we can convert into numpy array. So tuple is what? Enclosed items within parenthesis brackets. That is a tuple. So we are converting tuple into numpy array. So see, converted, right? You can use range also here. Range have three parameters, right? Start is 1, you can give anything. End step is 10, it will be ignored. And step will be 2, so gap will be 2. So it should come 1 3 5 7 9 like this. 1 3 5 7 9 like this. So what we have done, we have converted list items into numpy array, tuple items into numpy array, range items into numpy array. So this is how you can convert it. Now we'll discuss about parameters we can use inside this parenthesis. List one is one of the parameter. So let's discuss one by one what are the parameters we can use here. First object, the data itself, whatever we are converting from whatever we are converting list into numpy array, then list is a object. Tuple into numpy array, then tuple is an object. Range into numpy array, then range is an object. So that object itself is a data. Okay, now second parameter is dtype. So dtype is what? We have multiple dtypes. Integer, we have for integer we have integer 8 16 32 64. These are the integer types. Float we have 64, 128 complex, you have multiple types. So these are the data types we use in NumPy. So here dtype is what we will use, dtype as a parameter also after object. So for example, this data is coming here in just integer 135. We want to convert this data into float. So what we'll do, after list one, we'll use dtype is equal to np dot float. So now values will come in float. Dtype is equal to np dot float. Why this is giving error? np dot array list one dtype is equal to np dot float. Sorry, float 64. We cannot give empty float. We need to give correct data type. Okay. So 1 dot 3 dot 5 dot 7 dot 9 dot. Last time we got error because we have not given the 64. You can give 128 also. Okay, so this is how you can use dtype. This is second parameter. Third parameter is what? Copy. Copy means you are copying that item. Okay, so copy can have two things, true or false. If you are using true, that means by default it is also true. You can make it false for memory optimization. If you are creating copy, right, then it will be true. That means it will create a different copy, separate copy. If you want to use same memory, then you can use false. So it will be good for memory optimization. So let's test it. Copy is equal to true. True. It will become in blue color. Okay. Okay. So here it is what? True. We have made it true. Now fourth parameter. Order C for row measure, F for column measure. If you want data row by row, then you can use C. And if you want data to be column by column, then you can use F. These will be in capital letters and closed in quotations, single quotations. How? After copy true, put comma and order is equal to C. So data is coming row by row. This is row measure C. If you use F, it will be column by column. You won't find a difference here, but data is coming here column by column. 1 is a different column, 3 dot is a different column, 5 dot is a different column, 7 dot is a different column, 9 dot is a different column. If you use C, then all are in a same row. Last parameter is ndmin. We have discussed in last session. This is used for minimum number of dimensions. So ndmin you can use in the last. If you want this to be three dimensional, put it 3. So data will come in 3 dimensions. Square brackets will be 3 in the beginning and end. So you can see data is in 3 dimension. You can change it to 5 also. 5 dimensions. Data has become 5 dimension here. So I hope you have understood what is the use of array function, just to convert list items, tuple items and other items into NumPy array. And what are the uses of parameters? List one is itself is a parameter. This is object. Dtype is data type. We can convert into float and complex. Copy might be true or false. For memory optimization, you can use false. Order might be column measure or row measures. For row measure, you will use C capital, and for column measure, we'll use F capital. Okay, and ndmin use for minimum number of dimensions. You can use anything here instead of 5. Okay, so in this way, you can use array function. I hope this video is good for you. I hope you understood this session. So we'll start discussing in next session. We'll discuss about zeros and ones. So thank you very much, guys, for watching.